Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Sue Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live in Minnesota in the US of A. Thank you for joining me. There we go. A little crooked. Thank you for joining me. Let's see. I have one more birthday card to show you. And then today we are working on, sorry I have a squeaky chair. We are working on a kit. But it's a kit that I made about an hour ago. I've spent the last about 45 minutes putting this kit together, and I'll share with you how and why I did it, and ideas I have for the future, and all those fun things. So it says there's people watching, so let me know that you're here. Say hello, hello Mom and Dad. Hope you're both well. Hope you had good weather and got outside to get some fresh air. Okay. I think we're good. We're going to get started. So here's the birthday card I got. Let's see, we're going to start it this way. Hopefully you know where to find me. North Star Stamper. I'm North Star Stamper on everything. Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, my blog, my website. If you want to shop with me, everything is North Star Stamper because I live in the North Star State. Okay. Enough of that. Let's talk about this beautiful birthday card. It says, so happy to celebrate you. This is called a never-ending card. And I got it from Anne. Hello, Anne. Hello, Christine. And hello, Chuck, if you're there with Christine, too. So I got this birthday card from Anne. So you just keep going. It never ends. And there she wrote, Sue, happy day, love Anne and Frank. And you just keep going. And that's even different than the first one. And we're back to the beginning. But it's just so fun to play with. You can just keep going and going and going. So I believe it's called a never-ending card. It's so fun. Beautiful paper. She used the Winter Meadow, I think it's called, in the mini catalog. So thank you for that, Anne. It was very fun to get. So beautiful paper, beautiful work. And hello, Kathy. Hello, hello. All right, so today we're working with So Refreshing. This is in the annual catalog. If you have your annual catalog handy, I believe it's on page 29. There it is. And they have some samples there. I didn't look to see if there were other samples in the catalog. I do not have the dies. I only have the stamp set because I figured the only thing that I really wanted was this second picture. And this die cuts out the handle of the picture, so that'd be kind of nice to have. And this little blanket, but everything else, there's strawberries and little, I don't know, all kinds of stuff in there. And they're just so little, and to me, it's really putsy, and I don't use stuff like that very often. I mean, there's a die to cut out your ice cubes. Normally, I would just stamp the ice cubes either in the pitcher or in the glass. So I didn't think the dies were worth it, and I don't even know how much they are. So I didn't get the dies. I only have the stamp set. I had to go back and look at my order to see if I had gotten it. So let's see. What else do I have here? The colors I'm working with. This is probably the best way to show you. I have Granny Apple Green. This is Daffodil Delight. Pumpkin Pie. Shaded Spruce. I have some, oh, there they are. Some Garden Green, but I didn't use that in the things I cut out. And then I have a little bit of Crumb Cake and White. I just grabbed these, but I haven't cut any. Soft Seafoam and Lemon Lolly. I really think I want Lemon Lolly in this kit. And then I grabbed some Festive Pearls. I just thought they would be a fun accent for this kit. So in my kit, I'll show you what I have. Let's see. Let me finish telling you what products I used. I have the Cane Weave embossing folder and the Painted Texture embossing folder on pages 168, 169 of the annual catalog. And then I die cut some circles just out of white. These are the stylish shapes, and they're on page 167 if you want to see what I used to create my kit. All right, so I know I'm going to need some water here in a minute. I love our paper pumpkin kits. I love our kits collection, but sometimes I don't want to make 4 cards that are the same, and I don't want to come up with my own take using those same products. I'd rather use the stamps that I like. So that's when I come up with my own kits. So to know what to put in my kit, this time I started with some sketches. The ones with the pink mark are the ones I used and have some things cut already. Like I cut the white rectangles here and then the layers in the colors I told you about, so we can mix and match and make some really fun cards with that. And then while I was cutting my the layers here, like I said 20 minutes ago, so this is a new idea. When I was cutting these layers, I thought, wouldn't it be neat if I had a sketch where these two that I just marked in pink, if they were the same, but if I had multiple sketches for the same pieces of cardstock. I guess that's what I'm getting at. So look for that to come in the next couple months. I don't know how quickly I'll get to it, maybe sooner instead of later. But if I had multiple ways to use one piece of cardstock with a layer, you know, I would make this layer the same. This really came to light when I was cutting these 3 pieces, and then I went to cut these pieces, and they were different widths. You can see this is 1 3/4, and this was 1 1/4. But if they were the same widths, I could make my kit more versatile, I guess is what I'm saying. So watch for the, if I'm not making any sense, just ignore what I'm saying. I hate to say that. And watch for some ideas to come out about cutting cardstock to give you multiple options for different sketches. So if that makes any sense. So I will show you what I have, and then we'll make a card. So I don't know if you can see those well enough. So I just cut some circles out of Stylish Shapes in basic white. Usually I like to do these in thick, but I just grabbed regular. These were scraps, and we could use those as well. I cut some layers thinking that these could be either of these or this one, and I left them wider because I can always trim it in half if I want to make 2. Or if it's wider, I could use it for this diagonal piece in the back. And then also so this is 5 1/2. I could always turn it this way and cut it at 4 1/4 to go this way on a card instead of this way on a card. So I cut them 5 1/2 before I embossed them, just so it was a little more versatile. So there's the cane weave. We can always add some color with a blending brush. And I have different widths. And then I have the painted texture too. So we're going to play with those. And then I just cut a whole bunch of layers in the white, Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, and Shaded Spruce to make this card. And I'm pretty sure the widest stamp here, the Time Spent Together, is the sweetest. I believe this stamp will fit on this piece. These on the cover here are only 90, 85? 90, yeah, I see. I do have my reading glasses on. 90%. So this stamp, let's actually look at it. I haven't taken it out yet. Will that fit on here? It will. Look at that. So that is a perfect size for that, and then we'll be able to layer it. I'm going to put those back for just a minute, and we'll talk about some other things I have here. I just have card bases in our standard colors, and standard are the ones I've already mentioned, and then just layers to cut on in case I want to cut or stamp and fussy cut the flowers or the cups or whatever. And then I have card bases in our colors also. Here I do have thick thick basic white for our card base. And then these layers could go on the darker colors here. The pumpkin or the, do I not have a shaded spruce? I do have a shaded spruce. So I have a layer to go in there. So that's my kit so far. And this is when I came up with the idea of using multiple sketches that have similar or the same pieces on them. So I cut some white, and then I cut layers I can't remember how wide this is. I could measure it. And then all I have to do is decide how big I want it and trim both pieces. And so I could, a little more versatile is what I'm getting at. So I don't think I did an orange. Oh yeah, I did. So that was an idea. So we'll just make a card. Where do I start? We'll make one of these because that was kind of fun. And I'll tell you that the 3 rectangles here, I can count, are 1 3/4 by 2 1/2. And then the layer behind it is 1 7/8 by 2 5/8. I know I always like to know measurements and colors. So hopefully that'll come through on the closed caption. That one I'll make a note in description. I'll put those measurements in my description. So let's start with a basic white card base. I have already scored it. And then let's take a mixture of these. I like the dark, the shaded spruce, just for some added contrast. Okay, who has seen this stamp before? Where'd it go? I do not know what one of the stamps is for. I played around just a little after I got most of this cut. And you tell me, what is this little piece for? Let me take your pick. This little one here. They kind of make it look like it goes with the filler for the glass, and I'll show you. I did a little stamping. I had to play around with the flowers. You can see my first attempt was a disaster. It was upside down. So I played with that little piece, that little one that I didn't know. So it kind of looks like it goes at the top. I guess maybe more like this, so it looks like it's a yellow glass with darker yellow liquid in it. I was going for lemonade. The lighter yellow is Lemon Lolly. My darker yellow is Daffodil Delight. I think I need a new Daffodil Delight ink pad. That just doesn't look like Daffodil to me. If you compare it to that, I guess it's not bad. I guess it's not too bad. But I have replaced my pumpkin pie ink pad recently. So, and I thought it was really fun putting the lemons in the lemonade. So, okay, let's see what you are. Anne says, I'm thinking like an engineer like Dad. Yes, and Tony and Andrew. It all makes perfect sense. Okay, but I'm not sure I would be able to design this kit. Oh, it would be lots of fun to make, though. You mean you wouldn't be able to design cards using the kit, or you wouldn't be able to come up with the kit? So that's my plan, is to give you specific directions, like, you know, cutting these pieces, and so that you can mix and match them going forward. And then, like I said, to combine these two sketches so that the one I have in pink is the same size, and then you can just play around and mix and match and come up with your own designs. Obviously, many more if you have the dies that coordinate with everything, but I prefer stamps. I love stamps. Okay, there are our pieces. Shaded Spruce, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight. It is a photopolymer, so I do like to use one of our mats. I don't think these mats are available anymore, but the larger mat is, which is across the room. Otherwise, I would show you that. Sorry for the noise. Okay. What I like to do when I get a new photopolymer, sometimes I'll take crumb cake. Today, I took Smoky Slate, and I inked this up, and I did that about 3 times. And I think it conditions our stamps so that they don't stain quite as much. They will still stain if you use red or Poppy Parade. Some of our browns have red in them, and so browns will sometimes stain our photopolymer stamps too. But I do that every time. I forget to do it with my paper pumpkin. I'm usually in a hurry to create my paper pumpkin kits, but I did it this afternoon or this evening, so just on a scratch piece of paper that was a big mess over there. So that's what I do with my photopolymer. So I'm going to put my pad underneath. There is a Stampin' Up logo. I'm going to turn that over to make sure this is nice and smooth, and let's just play around with this. I kind of like having, let's put the green in the middle, and then we'll just stamp maybe there. I don't know if I like the white background, but let's play around. Let me bring these back. So I did play around with the flowers and learned that these smaller ones go at the top. And here I used Fresh Freesia and Highland Heather. I had to look at the ink pad to create the multiple colors. So there's the filler and the outline. And then I played around with the picture and the glass. I am using basic gray instead of black. I just think it's less harsh than black. You could use black or whatever. Do I have any more? Oh, that just bled through. I thought I did more stamping, but I guess not. So, anyway, let's get to stamping. Oh, I have the flowers on our, and I don't know if I'm going to use those today. So watch my socials for more cards using this kit. So I think today we'll see how we're doing with time. Did you know this about our new photopolymer stamps? Maybe in the last year. The idea is that you will keep them here. And Kathy, I think it was it you that I saw puts this on top of them? And then if you put die cuts in here too, they don't stick to those. I saw somebody do that. Some video I was watching. No, you don't do videos. But I don't know. Maybe I saw you stamping. I don't know. I'm confused. All right, let's do a picture because I think it's really fun. We're going to pick it up with our block. Is that going to fit? It will. Let's use... I have a few of the white pieces cut. Let's see if Smoky Slate is dark enough. Oh, I think it is. That's Smoky Slate. My first, when I played around with it, it was basic gray. So I think that'll be good. Should we do, let's do yellow. I really like the Lemon Lolly as my filler. And they did give us a filler stamp. Boy, I'm missing some blocks. Here's this one. Sorry, I do need to turn it towards me so I can see what I'm doing, just to line them up. There's our lemonade. And then I'm going to grab our little lemon with our tiny little A block. But I'm going to use some Daffodil Delight. So when I put this kit, and I have my card bases either cut for this size or I'll fold them in half. I'm going to put this kit into a paper pumpkin box and label it. And then on the inside, my plan is to have a note here about which card sketches and what ink colors I would need to use with this card kit. So I might forget what colors I used. This one's pretty easy, but some of them I might forget, you know, like which red or which blue or whatever. Then the trick is to use the kit before the colors retire so that I still have the inks handy. We're going to pretend these are floating. I think they did this on one of the cards in the kit, or in the catalog. See, that yellow just looks, can you see? That yellow just looks a little funny to me. It's like I used the wrong color when I re-inked it, and I know I didn't. I'm very careful about that. Let's leave that out. And just do a couple glasses here. So I'm going to put these back. I think my goal for my samples with this kit are going to use every stamp in the stamp set. How's that for a good goal? I heard somebody do that recently. Their goal was to use every stamp. I will point out, but I'm not going to use it. I don't know if you can see. There is a stamp that fits on the handle and the spout. So you could just make it a, like, color it in, color it all blue, and then put die cuts out the top. That'd be kind of fun. Like I said, the dies that coordinate with this stamp set do have some of those. What was I looking for? I was looking for the glass. There's the filler. here's the empty glass shape. Grab Smoky Slate again. I thought that was dark enough. Did you? I'm going to put this at the bottom. And do 2 glasses. Because when I put it on the sketch together, I think it is going to cover that up. I have not played with the ice cubes yet. They're so cute. Let's make those yellow though. We're going to put 2 ice cubes there and turn it around just for variety. Put 2 ice cubes there. So silly. There's my filler. There's my glass. I'm going to bring Lemon Lolly back. I'm so glad they added this color. So fun. Barely Banana just had that little bit of gray in it, and it just didn't quite go with other things. So I'm just lining it up on the bottom and the left side, and it just fills it right in. Did you notice the stamp set in the catalog? I didn't till, I don't know, about a month ago. I'm like, oh, I need a new stamp set. Or, no, I don't think, I think it was a different one. I bought a bundle recently because you all ordered so much that I got a free item. So thank you for that. When I used it, it was the Timeless something. Timeless whatever's. Timeless. Kathy knows which one I'm talking about. Timeless Arrangements. So this is what our card's going to look like. And then I'm going to put the sentiment right there. And I measured it and I thought it would fit. I know this is much more of a summer card. Green. So in my kit, I would probably cut extras of these. So in case you misstamp or don't stamp straight and you want to go again, it's just, it was just cut. It wasn't die cut or anything. Time spent together is the sweetest. Let's make sure that's going to stamp. It looked a little funny. And just because we can, we're going to add some funny things here, like, there were lemons in here. And these I do want, I haven't played with these yet. So let's grab some blocks. Oh, I should show you, you know how to do this, right? If you don't have I have lots of blocks. If you don't have as many blocks, chances are you have bigger blocks. You can put the 2 stamps. Did you see I flipped the block? And I have them on opposite ends on opposite sides. Let's grab, get that out of the way. This is Daffodil Delight. I think this is the outside of the lemon. I'm going to turn it over, and I think this is the filler. Ooh, too dark. Okay, now I know what colors to use. We're going to do Daffodil Delight for the outside. This is kind of funny. Time spent together is the sweetest, and I have lemons. That's kind of funny. See, that just looks funny to me. I am going to put a Daffodil Delight ink pad on my next order. See if I can't get it back looking like Daffodil Delight. And then Lemon Lolly. My other option, how does that look? That's not too bad. That's not terrible. My other option would be to use full strength Lemon Lolly there. Oh, it's so light though. And then stamp off for the filler. But that is way too light. So, yes, I need a new Daffodil Delight ink pad. When they brought back Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, Berry Burst, whatever the other one was. I thought there was one more. When they brought those back, Stampin' Up! Did point out that ink pads are not meant to last forever. So their point was that, yes, you might need to replace your ink pads. All right, let's add some leaves, maybe. Let's play around a little more. See, this is why I love stamping. You just create whatever you want. All right, I have a little bit of a mess there. Cute. Ta-da! Oh, let me grab an envelope. I have an idea. Sorry, they're just on the other side, across the room. I don't have it handy. Oh, let's see. I do want to grab one to show you what I'm thinking of. I'm getting ready for a, excuse my head. I'm getting ready for a craft show at the end of October, but I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks in October, so I kind of have to be ready before I go on vacation. So my envelopes are upstairs getting packaged with ready-made cards. Okay, so here was my idea. Gonna get those lemon stamps back. Let's move this out of the way just for now. I know it's distracting. Okay, my envelope, my lemons. I'm gonna go very gentle, maybe that'll be. And I'm gonna put, I think my ink pad is just too juicy. So I'm just making kind of a border of lemons. Isn't that cute? And then, couldn't you see that on a card, down the side of a card? Not today. Maybe next time. I think we'll just do the one card today. Then I'm going to fill in with lemon lolly. Stand up. I can't see what I'm doing when I'm sitting. I think I turned it upside down. There we go. Now you can see the lemons. All right. There are my lemons. Let's bring our shaded spruce back. I think the reason I like to stamp so much is the color. I mean, not that I don't like color on designer series paper, but when I stamp it, I get to decide what colors things are. They do a really good job, I will say, with our designer series paper, our pattern paper. But sometimes I want it to be the colors I want. I don't know where these are supposed to go. So there's my not naked envelope. Let's leave this out for one more minute. And where'd my card go? Let's leave it for now. There's the front. I'm going to sign my name to my work of art. Do you sign your cards? All right. Let's put this together and see what we think. See if we need, I'm just going to start with these. All right, Kathy says, I like the idea of using the lemon stamp as a border on the envelope. Thank you. I thought it would be kind of fun to use as a border or just on one of those pieces on the sketch too. You could just put one on the front of the envelope too. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know if that yellow orange goes. What do you think? Should I switch that to yellow? I think I might want to. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. So this is my So Refreshing kit. Look at that nice little layer. I don't do layers that small usually. Isn't that pretty? Having them all coordinate is what we do best. That ink matches that paper. Yeah, I don't know about that one. What do we think? Should I switch that pumpkin pie to yellow? Maybe we'll do that. Oh, I stamped this one at the bottom purposefully. And this one will go here. Yeah, I think this needs to be switched to yellow. Where did my stack of them go? See, I already had them cut. Or we could go lighter green. No, I didn't use that green. No, let's do yellow. Sorry, mess. Get that out of the way. And then I did pick out those festive pearls or whatever I told you earlier that I was going to use. If I had twine or ribbon, I would put that into the kit too. Probably not the whole pack, but like a yard of a ribbon or a yard of a twine, just a couple rows. I probably won't put this whole pack in my kit. I might just do like one strip, like cut 2 rows, and just put that much into my kit so that I can create with it. All right, do we think we need to switch card bases? Do you like the white? Or, I have it here somewhere. Or should we switch it? Oh, I think that's much more striking. We're going to switch it. So this is Shaded Spruce. My other idea was taking, let's try it and see what we think. Blender pen, or blending brush. And just to add a little bit of color behind it. Kind of messy, I know. But most of it's going to be covered up by these. It's all going to be covered up. I know of a stamper. She doesn't use Stampin' Up products, but somebody I follow that does not buy any colored paper. She always uses a blender pen and ink. If she wants colored paper, she will blend the entire piece. I don't know if I have the patience for that. But she does, so that's what she does. Obviously, it saves on space. So that's an option. If I didn't have a card base of Shaded Spruce, this is another option. I kind of like that. I'm going to use that instead since I already stamped the back of it with my Made with Love. So that's another option. Again, that's why I will, in my kit, I'm going to say what colors I used so that I know if I grab this kit when I go on vacation in a couple of weeks, I will know what colors ink to take with me. I know the top of this one is kind of bare up here, but that was purposeful because I knew this was going to cover it up. And this one, I wish I had put the picture a little higher because it's going to cover up the bottom, but you get the idea. So we would learn by doing that, and next time I make this card, and I'm going to put this in the top corner, just like that. Clean up a little bit. I'm going to bring my sketch back in. So this is the sketch we worked on. And I need some dimensionals. I have a friend that says it's not going through a hurricane. You could probably get by with 3 dimensionals. But I like to cover all my book bases. I guess this friend had customers that would put like 6 or 8 or 9 dimensionals on it. And she would tell them that it's not going through a hurricane. Although I think some of you have just survived a hurricane, haven't you? So I hope everybody's well, by the way. So there's our card. Let's add a little bit of bling. I didn't think of any ribbon that went with it. We have white twine. That would have worked. Just a little bow just to add some interest. And I just feel like one just came off there. Take your pick. We're going to use the silver ones for now. I don't know. They say odd numbers in a triangle, right? Let's see. Oh, it came off. Hold on. There. There is our card using our kit. Let me clean up a little, put some stamps away, and then I'll show you some of the other ideas I had to use with this kit. I'll show you how they would go together. That's good enough. So those pieces, we'll leave that there. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you liked the idea. I'm glad you liked the card. I thought it was cute. I don't know. It's getting a little cool here, but I suppose I have a friend in San Antonio. That would be good for her because it's still 80 plus down there. Okay, so I had shown you these. And so depending on whether, let's grab a card base, depending on whether I wanted 2 of them this way, then I would probably mark on here and then cut just beyond the mark, so I could do that. Let me grab, let me look for more things. Where did my circles go? Here they are. Put a circle on there. It's white on white, so I could use my blending brush and add ink like I did on that card base and put that there with a layer on top of it. You could stamp on both of these panels, you know, put, you know, lemons all over this one, and like, what else do we have on here? Maybe the lemons on the lemon slice, and then the lemons with the leaves. Oh, there were 2 different leaves. With the leaves on the other one, that'd be kind of cute, and then put a sentiment in the middle. You could put sentiments, and then the picture here. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. So, and I have all the colors cut and ready to go, so depending on my card base and my layers. So I thought that was kind of a fun idea, a little more versatile, or we could turn it this way. We wouldn't even need to use the white. See, so many ideas. You could just stamp on these 2. The picture here and the sentiment there. Oh, that's pretty. I like those colors. Those are good. Sorry, it's sideways to you. So there's another idea. But if I had already cut these pieces, I wouldn't be able to alter it this way to this way. So I'm thinking I like the longer strips, and when I go to use the kit, it's like, okay, I do want it this way, so I know I need to cut it here. And after a while, you'll know that if you want a layer with a little bit of border, you cut it 5 1/4. So, I might even cut some circles in my colors too and give me more options. I only had time to die cut circles. You could do any shape if you like banners. If you like tags, go ahead and die cut tags to put in your kit. These are the fancy, something fancy labels, I think they're called. Yeah, something fancy dies, and I think they layer. I haven't played with these very much, but I think this little one will layer on there. So cut a bunch of these in our colors and then cut these in white, and you could just layer those. It probably would look cute this way, and you could stamp on it. So many ideas. So I will probably die cut some of these to put in my kit. So the more, I'll just say, generic things you put in your kit, the more versatile your kit will be. I have done kits like with our sea themed dies and whatnot, but then you're a little more limited. Like if I had die cut, let's say I had die cut the flowers, you're a little more limited as to what you can do with those. Whereas if you have bigger pieces like this, you it's a little more versatile, because on this piece, on the white, I could change this and do this in flowers, or the picture, or the glasses, or the lemons, or the lemon slices, and so many more options, as opposed to dies that are shaped. I guess that's my plug for generic shapes in your dies. Okay, did I miss anything? Is this making sense? If it's not making sense, reach out to me and let me know I've confused you and you have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'll make sure that you, when I do put together something with kits, with kit pieces that use multiple sketches. There, that's my goal, is to come up with something. So, all right. Thank you for joining me. Oh, we're 8:10. That's not too bad. Thank you for joining me. Oh, that looks like Santa. That looks like a snowman. Let's put these colors back because they're kind of cute. There. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. I think next week we will be into October. And and I think I'll just have a regular video next Monday. So my goal going forward, so in September I did the 6 card kits for a $60 order, and there was a specific reason I did that in September this year. But going forward, I'm going to change it up for a different amount of an order, and I'm going to give you 4 card kits. If you do spend more, I think I will give you bonus card kits is my plan. So my plan is to have the second video of every month to be our card class for the month. And then the Friday before the second Monday, because I know it's not always, it could be anyway, I looked at the calendar and it's not consistent. So the Friday before the second Monday of the month, that blog post on Friday will show you what cards we're making and what card kits you could receive as a thank you for an order that month. So that's my plan going forward. Next week will be just another one. We'll see what products are in stock, and maybe I'll be showing you Christmas starting next week. We'll see. I don't know what's available yet. So thank you for joining me. If you do have suggestions or requests, please let me know. I do like to do what you want to see. So today I was just playing around with kits and making my own kit. So that's where it came up. Thank you for joining me. Have a great evening, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.